Hey guys, how's it going? CoreData here. Welcome back to the video. Today we're going to play some more cards, and we're taking a look at an interesting deck this week, and that is US Brit Air. So, this is the deck. This is US Brit Air, and it is, once again, Brewsters. Brewsters is a deck I've covered a number of times on the channel so far. I've covered a slightly more aggressive version of the deck with Italy Ally. I've covered a slightly more tempo/mid-range version of the deck with Finnish Ally back when, I believe, Air Supremacy came out. However, at the behest of the community, I have decided to cover US Britain. Now, this originally the idea for this came from a community member, iBitesTuna, who brought a US Brit air list to my attention that was running buffs. I did some testing with that buffs air list. It was fine. I wasn't keen on buffs in the deck. It required a little bit too much effort to make the buffs work with the archetype as a whole. So instead, I had pivoted to a more general and more typical air build with Brit Ally. Now, this deck actually has received a number of very powerful tools over the last two sets from both Air Supremacy and Homefront. Primarily, the big reason why I settled, or why I feel Brit Ally is a very good fit for Brewsters right now, is Pound. Pound is an insane piece of hard removal and something this deck very desperately needed. Just one credit, deal damage to a ground unit equal to the total attack of your friendly air units. This will frequently deal upwards of 8 to 10 damage to a ground unit, and in the current metagame with decks such as Soviet Control, Soviet France, Germany France, all these other slow guard heavy decks being very, very popular, Pound means we're able to very easily remove a unit that our opponent will have invested significant credits into, while also maintaining our board presence. For one credit, this card is absolutely insane. One of the strongest cards to come out of Air Supremacy just didn't really find a home because Air fell out of favor. At least Brit Air fell out of favor, and a lot of the best units in the metagame were aircraft during that period. But yeah, very, very good in this deck, and something that this deck very badly needed. The other piece that this deck received recently was the Land Girls. We're only running 5 Brit aircraft in the deck, so we're more often than not taking the bond damage on this, but we do not care. This is incredibly cheap, incredibly efficient card draw. Just 2 credits draw 2 is a-okay. We're frequently going to take around 3 damage from the first 2 copies of the set we play, which is perfectly fine. Taking 3 damage to draw 4 cards for 4 credits is very, very good. So yeah, Land Girls, another thing that like US very much struggles for is card draw, and Land Girls is a very good fix for that issue. As for the other Brit cards we're running, we are playing 3 copies of Gladiator. This is just a 1 credit, 1/3 fighter. We're playing this over the Swordfish because Gladiator, being a fighter, has a lot more instant synergy with the US Air package. The US Air package cares a lot about fighters, thanks to the Brewster stuff. Because we have Coronado and we have carrier cover, we really care about the fighter tag more so than the bomber tag. So Gladiator makes the cut because it is a very good on-rate, like early game fighter, very good at fighting for board versus aggro decks. Like Jaguar, for example, they play a cavalry, you play Gladiator, and you just win the board that way. Very, very good 1 credit plane, and carries buffs very, very well. Carrier cover on this is very good. Frequently will turn to carrier cover on just a Gladiator to take a favorable trade. Just a very good unit. Again, like I said, it's a fighter which is relevant and switches off the bond on the Land Girls. And we're also running 2 copies of Shark Mark III. This is very, very good in this deck. Better, I would argue, in this deck than it is in Brit main Air. Because the Brewster deck wants to put Brewsters in the front line with things like air cover, it means our Sharks are going to be very, like, it gives us the opportunity for like these very juiced up shark turns where we can hit for like 7 burn off a shark. Yeah, this card's like cracked in this deck. Just going like turn 5, spawn 2 Brewsters in the front line with air cover, play shark, deal 4 to like a Kirken is in play, and just get in for damage. This thing, it's so good in this deck. I cannot overstate how good shark is in this deck. As for the rest of the deck, there's not too much to talk about. As I've said, I've covered Brewsters a number of times on the channel already, so I'm not going to rehash a lot of what I've spoken about. Just know that this deck lands more so on the US Finn side of things. It's a lot more tempo, a lot more mid-range focused. The only new card in this deck from Homeland is Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is a Night Patrol on a stick. It is a 3-cost 3/5 that just draws 2 and you put 1 back on top of the deck. Fantastic unit in this deck. Great way of recycling our strike groups and our Coronados, as well as presenting a very, very threatening body on the support line versus the other aggro and tempo decks in the format. Just being a 3/5 with shock, it will frequently threaten to 3-for-1 your opponent just on trades alone. This thing is very, very good. One of the best elites in US right now. Just very, very good for this deck as well in general. And the only other interesting thing in this deck that I want to point out is the fact that we're running 3 copies of Duress. Once again, like very guard-heavy metagame currently with the amount of like Soviet control, Soviet Italy, and Soviet France control at the high end of ladder. So having the extra copy of Duress is pretty good. And again, France in general is very, very popular as an ally nation right now, which means we're seeing a lot of cuirassiers. And because we're seeing a lot of Cuirassier, we're seeing a lot of 18th Regiment, and Duress is just very good versus 18th Regiment, not only for removing the guard, but also resetting its operation cost back up to 3, which makes it very awkward for the opponent to actually use it. So yeah, Duress is right now just a bit of a meta call for me right now. The 3 copies is a little bit overboard frequently, it's better as a 2 of, but 3 in this deck has proved to be absolutely okay, at least in the current metagame. But yeah, the rest of it is pretty straightforward. We're just playing all of the good US aircraft, all the good US fighters, things like F4, F4 Wildcat. We're playing 3 copies of Still. This thing is so much better than people think it is. Just pushing it on turn 3 and playing carrier cover is insane. The fact that this comes down for 2 and can like immediately attack from the back line is very good at closing out games. The 2 attack, like the cheap blitz fighter is so good at closing out games. It's insane. I would highly recommend running some number of Wildcats. And then we're just playing the other good things like air cover. We're playing 3 copies of Strike Group. We're playing 2 copies of Seahawk. This is primarily as a hedge versus the Germany decks in the format. Crossfire is one of the biggest weak points of Brewsters because your opponent can very easily just route and crossfire you and get a very good board clear that way. So Seahawk just makes it a little bit more awkward to get those crossfire bridges going. As for cards you could be running in this deck, I was in testing originally running 2 copies of Tiger Moth. This was cut pretty early on, but I do think there is some merit to running this, particularly in this variant of the deck. With the 3 Gladiators, with the Coronados, with the Seahawks, it actually has a lot of very good targets. So yeah, maybe potentially worth considering. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but it's something to bear in mind. And another card that a lot of people were asking about was USS Missouri. Missouri is great at securing the front line, but the problem is it costs 3, and frequently we want to pair it with an air cover, which means we're waiting until turn 6 to Missouri and air cover to try and take back the front line, which we can usually do before then, just by trading for the most part, or by using our bodies to like trade up or trade evenly if we have to. So I wasn't super sold on Missouri in the deck. It's likely fine. If you want to play Missouri, you absolutely can. I just didn't have space for it in this deck. Similar case with Yorktown, the new buffed Yorktown. It's much better at 5, but it still feels like a win more card in a lot of cases. I think you're probably just better off not running it and playing the extra copy of air cover personally. But again, if you want to play a copy of Yorktown, you absolutely can. You can very easily trim, like I said, a copy of Duress, or you can trim like an F4, F4 Wildcat, or even a Strike Group if you are so inclined. But yeah, aside from that, not too much else to talk about with the deck. I do want to apologize about the lack of an upload last week. As you can tell from the different camera angle and just the different setup in general, I am actually on a new PC. So I spent the last like week and a half trying to transfer all the stuff from my partner's PC onto this new PC, because after 2 years of living in Norway, I finally have my own PC set up. So yeah, I've been very busy trying to get stuff moved across and been very hectic with work recently. But yeah, hopefully you guys don't mind too much. I should hopefully be back on track with more regular content moving forward. But you never know. Work it continues to be hectic, so we'll see. But yeah, aside from that, not too much else to say. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and onto some games. Opening hand. Double Wildcat's pretty good. Strike Group's also fine. I do want to ship it back though. Turn 1 Gladiator, turn 2 Wildcat, push the Wildcat on 3, attack with Gladiator. Seems solid. We find we literally just get back the exact same 2 cards we pitched. That's incredible. Ooh, carrier cover turn 3 is also very, very nice. Seems okay so far. Perfect. Also, how are you doing, Stumpster? Hopefully you're doing well. Missouri is like fine. It's expensive though for what it is. Kofu. I will just develop the Wildcat here. Push Wildcat plus carrier cover next turn is like fine. Okay. It is US Jpn Navy. Interesting. A second carrier cover. Like, I can duress this, It still might be worth carrier covering just so I can remove the the Kofu. Game volume is very low, actually. We'll try that. Just for my own hearing, I can't hear anything. Push this. I know they have another Mikura. Yeah, repin. Oh, they go Semperfi here. Interesting. What even got transformed? Ah, yes. Strap homing and Tiger Cat gone. I don't think they're particularly relevant in this matchup, but you never know. I can remove the new one. I could shark this down to 2. Make it so this is a bad trade for it. Or I could just land girls and draw. I have no cheap aircraft, so I can't shark something first. It's questionable. I probably should have removed the one in the front line. Probably should have removed the one in the front line, but look, I think it's fine. I'm just gonna get hit for 8 here. Or 6 rather, yeah. Pound is a fantastic top deck. Because I can go pound plus duress. I can force the trade. I also have land girls without the bond here. No land girls. Now shark becomes even more interesting. Because I can go pound shark and maintain the board. I still have to spend the duress, right? But I think I prefer that because they're locked into Mikuring this 4 or 5 every turn. And we know we don't have to worry about strap bombing. We've seen it get transformed already. Nice. Yeah, arguably a mistake not taking the trade with the veteran Marine in the front line, but I think it was fine. Tempting to keep carrier cover, but I need to find something to do early. Land girls also a potential keep here. We'll full ship. Find Coronado, air cover, pound him for freedom. Buffs. No, thank you. Argument to hold the duress there until they've committed to buffing it. Devils, sure. Push, push. I'll hold at this. Salvo. Thunderbolt. Stack back Coronado. So I have 2 damage in the pound here. We'll hold it. Probably gonna want to use pound on like a whatchamacallit, a Rangers. How's it going? How you doing, Bear? Hope you're doing well. We're on a new setup, so hopefully everything sounds and looks okay. Thunderbolt is very threatening to the front line, at least. Tiger Moth on... Interesting. So I have 3 damage pound here. Do this. Do this. Trade off the suppressed one. Push this one. Next turn, push. Half track, okay. So it's straight up, it's straight up US Brit Frontline. This is buffing the Tiger Moth, that's fine. I think I'm okay with that. I remove this. We go air cover. Push this. Mark the damage here. The first part of Summit under my skilled hand happened. It's now fired, so it's a win. True. No, the community sentiment seems to be pretty positive from the initial post, so that's always a good sign. Pound numero dos. I can go air cover. One, two, three, 4. Pound is dealing 7. So I can remove this. Can go shark. Clear here. Trade here. Forces a bad trade from the opponent here. I can go for a Coronado next turn. Bit of nerve-wracking kind of day. I mean, again, like I said, post was incredibly positive. So as long as that's like the quality of post we get moving forward, the game's going to be in good hands. Draws 2 and restacks. Another half track. Sends back a Brewster, which is fine. I'm happy enough to spend time pushing these forward. What I would like is a strike group off the top. Carrier cover dress. I could... Hey, off that. Come on, move. Goddamn cats. Every time. And she knows. She knows she's not meant to be there. I can duress this if I don't want them to take a free shock trade. We're always pushing 1. And now she's walking around the apartment meowing because she can't be on the table. This goes here. Send this face. I'll duress you, push you. Just make it difficult to maintain frontline control here for the opponent, I think. I know. I love her, but god, she makes it hard sometimes. So the opponent can bump there, I bump back. Go Coronado, ship everything face. What are you giving out about now? Huh? Well, you've such a hard life. Yeah. She's not on camera, you can't see her. She's rolling around on her back on the carpet right now looking at me. Oh, well, that's a good sign. Gladiator. Yeah, it's just gonna be... We'll take it. Against Germany again. I'm looking for a gladiator. We find one, which is good. Navy Burn. Gonna have to hold the USO for the Marine Division. There's the Makura. They can just Makura trade again. Corrado. Suppression. Plus bomb. That's an interesting choice. I can just trade here now. For freedom here. I'm fine with this trade happening. Of course, this trade's here. Production Dornier. I can shark trade here. So we know they've got both remaining Makuras in hand. Do I care about them having the production next turn? Maybe not. Because next turn is Marine Division Makura, right? If they want to remove them, they can Makura Shirakumo. Does the production help with that? Not really. Hipper. Hipper on the Gladiator. That's fine. Production Makura. Production trade. Also fine. For freedom, this. Find carrier cover. Take this trade. Develop Gladiator again. There's the Marine Division. Into Makura. find Wildcat. We're always dressing this. Air cover is not enough to shark it. I can shark it next turn. The question is, like, they could second front it, right? That's the thing. Dornier. Second front. Mikura Shirakumo. Yeah. Into a route. See, I don't care about this anymore now, right? Which means I can remove this. The only thing we really care about is this second front it. Another one, that's fine. Into Shirakumo, just a pin. Just fine. There's Pound. Pound's a great top deck here. Gifu. Do I go Seahawk Strike Group? I think I go Seahawk Strike Group. I could have sharked it. I could have gone Seahawk Shark Strike Group. That's my bad. I can still just shark it, right? I'm going to miss 1 damage in the following turn, doesn't matter. Probably not, because realistically, I'm like, I've removed all the card draw. What are they going to do? They can't bridge in the crossfire here because of the Seahawk. They have to answer both the Seahawk, yeah. GG. Soviets. Just gonna go turn 2 Wildcat. Turn 3 push the Wildcat. Carrier cover is great top deck here. Particularly with the current game plan. Heroes, interesting. Just chunkify these. We are gonna be sad if they drop exactly Kirkenes. Mobile defense is fine. It's 97th. I did not mean to click that. I was trying to play the other Wildcat. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I guess this is what we're doing now. The reason I'm double stacking the buffs here is so they can't cleanly trade with the T70s here. I'm just trying to maintain my front line. Yeah, they have to double trade here. which I'm fine with. This takes the trade into the 97th. I need to take this forward. This has to happen. Because I need to start putting pressure on. Get another Wildcat down. Cobra. Cobra takes out the smaller of the two. Get the Coronado down here. Next turn I can go like air cover shark. Plus swing with 5/5. KV. Seahawk. Problem with this is it leads into strat focus. So I could strat bombing. I don't think strat bombing accomplishes enough though, right? Could also just ship the shark damage face, I guess. Yeah, like I think strat focus is fine if they have it. Alright, again, we're... Monasteer also kind of sucks here, but at least the Thunderbolt survives. If they don't have another clear, Coronado is very good. Attack the colonies. Here's one of the small Brewsters. This always gets pushed. This has a KV under it, I believe. Yeah. So that's a duress. I could strap bombing this and just swing for 3. Just to deny trades. This just plays a little bit better around guards, I think, with the bomber. Again, Monasteer full clears me here. Dechi. Strap bombing heals them 3. But lets me clear the Dechi. Well, strap bombing is net even, right? Because I take 3 anyway. Confusion. Takes the small Brewsters, so this trade's happening. Fiat claim. Has to be like claim disguise plus trade here. Okay, that's fine. Pound after all the ground targets are gone. The Seahawk limits the healing here. If they play like a 4th guards, we have pound. Monasteer. Yeah. Oh, give me strength. Give me strength. Alright, that's at least all the big clears gone. Silesia. They can take out the 3-3 here. Double Silesia. Corson. This is just lethal. Thank God. My, what a frustrating match. Oh, okay. I just want to put the cup of tea where I'm not going to knock it over, ideally. Up against Germany. Keep the Gladiator here. We shall lead with the aircraft. Staying warm. It just about, I have the heater on behind me. It is like -6 here at the moment. It's been like -6, -7 all day. So it is very cold. I could carrier cover and take trade. Like every time. Just using it as a bad for freedom. Won't be present for 2 weeks. Jesus, I don't know what our forecast looks like because partially I don't speak Norwegian, so I don't know what the weather forecasts mean. But I haven't heard anything about it staying for that long, at the very least. So round Buzz Bomb leads me to believe we're looking at like Navy Burn. Suppression. Jesus, they're burning a lot of resources here on these early Brewsters. I really want to play Wildcat and push, but I just get crossfired. I could play the Wildcat carrier cover and just swing for 3. Like, doing this, I don't die to crossfire, and I don't lose to suppression. Do I lose this? Do I lose to suppression? I do lose to suppression, but they can't suppress me this turn. They don't have the credits to suppress and crossfire, and I've seen a suppression, so... Because if they suppress this, they can crossfire ladder me. I'm pushing this forward because I need it to die. so I can stop fearing for crossfires. Okay, Germany, France. That is fine with me. Air cover is also fine here. They're taking crossfire, but the Wildcat survives. Salamander. Go for night patrol here. Again, we're crossfire fearing people in this house. Just doing everything in my power to not lose to crossfire. Second call to the colonies for health. That's fine. Double land girls. Like, we're probably going to lose crossfire anyway, but there's too much. Yeah, five-year plan is really, really interesting. Henschel. Are you not just dead, though? Test for countermeasure. Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you. It's been fine. I was playing mainly with Taya and a couple of our friends, so we weren't taking it very seriously. But yeah, we're still, I think, in around like the 12 to 14k elo mark. We were playing. I know one of the players we were in the lobby with had a rank. He was like 13.9k or something like that. So we're tanking, but slowly. We can go with a Wildcat here. Next turn's Wildcat push, Gladiator attack. Turn 3, if they go Kirkenes, we have Pound. Air cover. We do like this, because if it is Kirkenes, it's just a nice clean answer. How are the card games going? Good. Oh my, what's with all the 52Ks? Also, why did you kill the Brewster? That's interesting. Yeah, they're going okay. I've been victim to some very bad variants in terms of like what I've been drawing. For land girls, draw 2. Find strike group, find another Coronado. Kirkenes is fine here, if they happen to have it. Arming. Shuffles in 4, hits my front line, that's fine. Find another strike group. I think it is Coronado, right? The Coronado's better this turn because I can just strike group next turn. Cobra kills the Coronado. Another Gladiator. I can go with this into the front line. I can just get in for 3 here. Or I can set up the strike group. I think we'll go strike group. Makes the Cobra attacks worse. I'm very split now, yeah. Another 52. Why is there so many 52Ks all of a sudden? Thunderbolt. This trade's happening. Go Thunderbolt. Mill a Shark. That fucking sucks. I kind of wanted that. I think we just pound clear here. Take our 4. Like, they're going to have Liberation. They're going to have Call to the Colonies. Like, all these random 52Ks are very annoying. Extended Barrage. There's the first Liberation. To a Yak 7. Of course. Get the strike group going. Okay, so we can't strat focus, can't monasteer this turn. Silesia. Draws 1. They can go for strat focus this turn. It doesn't clear the Seahawk and doesn't clear the Thunderbolt. Monasteer does clear. I could just draw 2 with Land Girls. They'll go for the draw. They've shuffled in, what, like 7 resistances. I've drawn 1. So there's 6 more in the deck. Is it even worth drawing here? Probably not, realistically. So it has to be... Oh, Star Offensive is fine. Here's up to Seahawk. Second Liberation. That's like 10 Liberations in the deck then. Or 10 Resistances, rather. Top deck. Resistance to carrier cover. Push this. That barrage makes me think there is... It makes me think there is like a strat focus in hand. I'm gonna wait because Corson is fine. Second Silesia. Carrier cover. This is risky because I know I'm going to hit a bunch of resistances and pin half my board, but I need to find like Duress or Pound. I might be able to lethal them here. If we go F4, F4, it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have enough for the 2 carrier covers. That should be lethal. Okay, finally. We finally beat the stupid fucking Soviet France resistance deck. We finally didn't absolutely brick. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, this deck is a ton of fun. It is very, very good into a lot of the meta decks right now. Like it has a positive matchup into the Sov France deck, into Sov Italy, and into Germany France, which are like some of the most popular decks I ran into at least. And it is able to go toe to toe versus decks like Jaggro. So yeah, highly recommend testing this deck out. It is a ton of fun. The Brit ally is actually, I think, very, very good right now. Very underrated. Pound and Land Girls being very, very good in the deck. Hard removal and card draw, two things that US kind of badly needed. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said before, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.